Thank you, Kate. And now, Sam Westrop.
Thank you very much. I'm a senior fellow at the Texas Public Policy Foundation, and I also run the Counter-Islamist program at the Middle East Forum. The recent designation of the Egyptian Muslim Brotherhood at the federal level and the state level of the Muslim Brotherhood was an important step. Groups tied to this movement have been working to influence both public education bodies in Texas for the past many years, while also setting up private educational infrastructure as well. One group, closely linked to the Council on American Islamic Relations, openly provides scholarships for students at both K-12 and higher education spaces with the explicit purpose, and I quote the founder, to replace the people in power, to get kids into a position where they can replace the people in government, replace the people in the universities, replace the people in the schools. These are extremist networks, but the Muslim Brotherhood is just one of 7 Islamist networks operating across Texas today. I'm glad there's been a focus on the Brotherhood, but we also should look at how these other networks are also working to exploit, to infiltrate, to sabotage and miseducate a new generation of young Texans. Groups like Jamaat-e-Islami, heavily based down in Houston, linked to a South Asian movement responsible for acts of mass killing during the 1971 Bangladesh War, and is today involved in terrorism across Kashmir and Pakistan. The Salafi movement, headquartered in Texas, is building schools, setting up charter schools such as the Manara Academy, and involved with all sorts of radicalization initiatives. The Deobandis, important South Asian movement linked to the Taliban. They have madrasas down in Sugarland. The Barelwis, they're offset a group called Dawati-Islami, whose members have carried out terror attacks in Paris, Pakistan, and the UK, openly operates its US headquarters here in Texas, and again is involved in the education space. Foreign states, such as the Iranian regime, they have their groups like the Al-Bayt student associations openly involved in the anti-Israel pro-Hamas encampments in 2024. An Iranian regime-controlled mosque, the Islamic Education Center of Houston, openly working to influence local education while running their own schools as well. And of course, my colleague has already touched on the case of Qatar. There are distinct, tangible, radical networks operating in this state. And for whatever the discussion may be about Islam or Islamism, the fact is that Islamist networks linked to these foreign violent ideological movements are operating in the state and seeking to exploit our public infrastructure. We welcome all the attention that can be placed on these networks. We particularly encourage any effort to inhibit the efforts of these radical networks to radicalize and miseducate the next generation of Texans. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for exposing all of that information that gives a roadmap to the Texas legislature about where we need to focus our attention to, for one, make sure that we are keeping our state safe, for another, to make sure we're keeping our schools a place where children are learning actually what we are designated that they must be learning, as opposed to being indoctrinated by some of these very dangerous radical ideas. We'll be happy to answer a few